is a major DA stronghold, and while the city's been applauded for keeping its finances in check, the municipality often gets accused of failing poor areas, and that outside the waterfront, sewerage flows and litter grows. NOBESETHU HEJANA has been speaking to Cape Townians on the ground about their core concerns and what changes they want to see after the local government elections. And in Johannesburg, we'll cross to Lindo Kulu. Let's see if we have Lindo and NOBESETHU on. Lindo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Actually, we are in Soweto, as rightfully said, in Johannesburg. This is a community called Shawela, and as you can see right behind me are those residents that will be trying to get a sense of what they want as an outcome to these local government elections. But essentially, Shawela is one of those communities that has come out to say that they have real issues that they want to be sorted out. But the positive thing about this is that they had a meeting yesterday. One of the things they spoke about is that they want to let the democratic process of voting happen without any disruptions, and that's why they decided that there won't be any protests because of services or the lack of services in this particular community. But we just want to speak to some of the ladies here who are actually going to represent the community in trying to get a sense really of what they want out of these local government elections. Mama, let me start with you. Thank you so much for joining us. We are live on eNCA at the moment, but just give us a sense of some of the issues in the community and what you're hoping for really in terms of these local government elections as we head towards them.
Inkinga yethu kakhulu sanibonani, inkinga yethu kakhulu ugesi la eSoweto esibhekane nawo, of which is thina njengabahlali baseShawela, we have decided ukuthi as abahlali baseSoweto to come together ne sibe abantu sibe into eyi1 sibe yimbuba and attack le ndaba ka Eskom yokuthi asifake phansi kwe city power, because thina akazange a-consult nathi, akazwanga ama views wethu, as some of us are not working and we are under abantu abadala who are pensioners who are supporting also our grandchildren, so we cannot afford ama services with city power. City ama prepaid or ama green boxes which says are forced ukuthi siwafake, they are very expensive. We cannot afford. So 600 rand cannot last you the whole month, so you have to top up. Cabanga ke uma ungasebenzi. So that's why singabahlali base Soweto we have decided ukuthi it is better for us to have a flat rate for the whole of Soweto and pay about 200 rand. That is what we want as abantu base Shawela, abantu base Soweto. We are looking ukuthi our new coming leaders, councillors should come and support us and be our mouthpiece ku government and speak for us ukuthi abahlali baseShawela, abahlali baseSoweto bafuna a flat rate all across Soweto, not only for Ishawela but all across Soweto. People are not working and the majority of the people are pensioners in Soweto. So how can they afford 600, 1,000 rand and bahola 1.8? So they are left with nothing.
All right.
So that's why we are pushing for a flat rate of 200 rand.
All right, thank you so much. I think that one is quite clear. There is an advocating for 200 rand in terms of a flat rate, but that is just a suggestion. But more than anything, they're saying that the leaders that will be coming there when it comes to the November 1 local government elections should be the mouthpiece for the community in calling for this flat rate. And I want to come to you, Mama, and ask you, since your voter will be voting yet again, the community as Shawela, as I said, did not want to disrupt our elections. But give us a sense of what you're expecting from Lama leader Lawa azoba elect you.
Sizoya ukuyovota. Kulaba abazohlala si expect ukuthi kube yibo abazohamba bayesikhulumela njengamanje imeya uMpho Mwerane sizothanda ukuthi ahambe asikhulumele ukuthi asifuna ukudila ne city power, sifuna ukudila no Eskom direct, because we feel ukuthi siyacindezeleka, sifuna ukudila no Eskom, asimfuni u city power, asimfuni.
Ningamfuni u city power ngingene lapha,
inkinga siyacindezeleka we feel ukuthi kunemali ezedekayo lapho ezizosicindezela thina ngoba manje we understand ukuthi uzodla nayo uCity Power, so hence city sifuna ukudila no Eskom ngoba futhi asisebenzi. Why sifuna ukwenza njalo? Asisebenzi esikhathini esiningi sinama pensioners, esikhathini esiningi kunabantu aba unemployed. We understand ukuthi sizobhadala kanjani ekubeni singasebenzi. Siyavuma asifuna ukuhlala singabhadali. Yiko sivumelene ngokuthi i-flat rate yethu it's 200 because sizozama sipatanisa noma imisebenzi ingekho.
Okay ma'am, asidlulele kokugcina nje ma'am, but you're still advocating for the 200 rand flat rate. But ma'am, let's speak about something further here, and I'm going to challenge you and say that we have been speaking to the city of Johannesburg. Babu Mpomerana himself said that it's not feasible to have a flat rate. It's just not feasible. It does not make financial and operational sense because of the infrastructure that needs to be taken care and serviced. But as they are trying to move in City Power, what is it really that you're looking for from the leaders to help you in terms of this thing? Because they're saying they can't put 200 rand as a flat rate or even have a flat rate. What is it that you want one of your councillors to do?
Tina sithi sanibonani usibongile wakamalala lokhulumayo. Tina sithi as abahlali wonke umuntu kune subsidy ephumayo, so we need to le subsidy le ukuthi isebenzele because of City Power asifuni in a way yokuthi ama pensioners they cannot afford. Mangabe ukuthi kunama prepaid, for a special ama prepaid. I-prepaid uthenga ugese 600 rand wenza next ngenyanga kwamele futhi uphinde top up. Then makuza City Power it's going to be worse because of City Power uthenga ugesi ku Eskom. So we are saying to the coming leaders, let them engage with the people. Bazi ukuthi abantu bafunani bakhala ngani. The leaders are being elected by the people to work for the people. Abantu abakhethe umphakathi ukuthi bazosebenzela umphakathi. So sifuna ukuthi ba engage bezikhalo zomphakathi. So we are saying to the mayor, makasizele ama pensioners they cannot afford ukubhadala more than 200 rand. Lana sinama pensioners sinabomkhulu abasele nabazukulu sinabantu abashonela abazali abasele bodwa ezindlini abangasebenzi. So they are willing to pay something. They are saying let there be a flat rate of 200 rand, which is what they can afford.
All right, siyabonga kakhulu. Thank you so much kumphakathi waseshawela here, but you are hearing from the residents themselves saying that they are still very much looking forward to engaging about the flat rate. They're saying that the leaders who are coming must be a mouthpiece for them. They must first come and engage with them about what they want and thereafter take their plight to the relevant government structures. But this is some of the things that are coming out from the community of Shawela in Soweto.
All right, Lindokuhle, in Soweto, where electricity seems to be a big talking point there. Let's cross to NOBESETHU HEJANA. She's in Cape Town to find out what Cape Townians want to see from the local government elections. NOBESETHU?
Well, Tapua, we're here in HEINZ Park, an area which is very close to Philippi. About a month ago, we saw a teacher from a local primary school being shot at, and residents here, they say they feel unsafe, but amongst other things, they really concerns is that the refuse that is not collected and drains that are leaking in this area. And Pastor Gabriel, these are some of the things that you were promised in the previous election. So what has changed since then?
Since the promise that they made due to the previous election, we don't see any changes because even pavements had been promised to us that they were taught. And the only section that were actually done was the front section. But when you come through to the back, you see that nothing had been done here. Even if the cameras would turn around, you'll see how dirty the road is at this present moment and how the clean water is running down. And we're sitting with the problem that our stormwater drain is blocked and the water just lays in the road and the people must walk through it. And the roads is full of holes, not even here, all over in HEINZ Park, which we were promised when they come, they fix pipes, they close it up, they say they're coming back the next day to come and taught, and which never had been done. And that is basically unfair. And at the end of the day, the people tender for work to clean the place. They're working for the government, but they still get the tender, and they only also clean the front section of HEINZ Park, which we would like them, if they win the tender, that they need to work in the whole HEINZ Park to clean the place, or otherwise because we're sitting with young people that finish matric and they're sitting at home due to this pandemic and they're not even getting jobs anywhere. And if they can make use of those people to work a certain amount today and a certain amount tomorrow, then they at least get something in to put on the table, because otherwise they turn out to be gangsters, or which is not right, because we want our young people to prosper in this place and we want our place to be uplifted as they promise that they will do fix things. We would like them to keep their promises. And now the election is coming up again, the parties is coming out. Vote for us and we'll do the change. Vote for us and we will. But at the end of the day, after they've been voted for, they don't even do changes. Then they just sit back and relax and wait for the next re-election again. And at this present moment, we feel that it's so unfair that nothing is being done in HEINZ Park, which they promised. And even whoever gets re-elected, we'd like them to step up and face the challenges that HEINZ Park is facing, because we're sitting here even with crime prevention. The people is doing crime here not because they want to, because they haven't got the income. And now they need to do something to put something on the table, but which is so unfair. If they can only keep their promise and provide jobs for our young people.
And I was talking to you and your friend here, and I asked the question, do you feel like as a community leader that people here are eager or they want to vote? Because you've mentioned these things. They come here to campaign, but then nothing changes. And you were even telling me that at this point, you don't even know your ward councillor.
Yes. The point is we have so many ward councillors after the previous election. The last one that we know had passed on. But now we're sitting with a new one that never came out, that never even called a meeting with the community to say that I'm your ward councillor and I'm going to step up and do things. And at this present moment, our people is so reluctant. They don't even feel like voting, because promises upon promises upon promises have been made and which they don't fulfill.
So what's next for the community of HEINZ Park? Because the elections are coming up.
Next for the community of HEINZ Park is that the point is, if our people is not going to vote, whoever wins it, we would like them to step up and face the challenges and do things the right way to show the people that we can have confidence in them, so that our people might be eager to vote on the next occasion.
All right, thank you very much. Well, Tafua, that was Pastor Gabriel, a community leader here in HEINZ Park, saying that people here are very reluctant to vote because each year, or when it comes to election time, they are being promised, but then nothing changes. They're still sitting with those issues that they were promised that they were going to be changed. Tafua.
All right, NOBESETHU HEJANA, HEINZ Park in Cape Town. Lindokuhle Xulu is out in Soweto, and we're hearing all sorts of demands from the residents in HEINZ Park. NOBESETHU's guest pointing out refuse collection, blocked stormwater drains and poor roads, just some of the issues being faced by those in HEINZ Park.